Hello, writers. Come write with me. My name is Michaela Greenwood. I create worlds for mind adventures. Welcome to my channel, Write with Michaela. I'm very glad to have you join me on my channel, so don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can go on this journey with me. Today we are going to explore the world of a well-known author who wrote under the pen name of George Orwell. He has written several books, including Why I Write and Animal Farm. Side note, I was looking up a list of his books, and I saw a picture of him. He looks pretty close to how I imagine Winston looks. I read that he grew up poor, and he fought in the Spanish Civil War against Soviet-backed forces. These things formed his political beliefs. Now, in today's episode, we are going to discuss Part 2, Chapter 5, or V, Part 2, Chapter V, in a book club format. I expect you have read this before watching the video. The version I read was published by Signet Classics. The copyright was 1949, and the copyright was renewed in 1977. And this is what my copy looks like, with Big Brother looking at you. Let's see if we can get that eye really close. He's staring at you. He knows what you're doing. He hears what you say. Anyway, this chapter starts with the disappearance of Syme. Okay. I had to flip back. That's a really good thing that I have the paperback version and not the Kindle version or the Audible. So I had to flip back to see who he was. Syme. Let's see, this is not straight. There, is that better? Okay, Syme was the comrade that worked on the new Newspeak dictionary. He thought this version that he was working on, version 11 of the dictionary, would be the last update for the next for at least 50 years. At the time of reading that, I thought, why would they need Syme after he and his team finished the new dictionary? But in that chapter, I think it was part 1, chapter 5, I'd have to go back and look, but Syme talks a lot about good and ungood and doing away with words and making the language simple and rewriting Shakespeare and Newspeak. He wanted to get away. He wanted to get rid of adverbs, but he probably wanted to get rid of adjectives too. So, in this chapter, Syme misses work. People comment on day 1, but they don't comment on day 2. Day 3, Winston checks the bulletin board and Syme's name is missing from the chess committee list. It's not scratched out. It's missing. Like this bulletin board that supposedly has all these things posted and it stays and nobody changes it, the list is missing Syme's name. And Winston thinks Syme's no longer exists. In fact, he never existed. Julia is busy in the fiction department, and they are concentrating on things for Hate Week. Winston is altering articles in the Times and creating flourishing details that will be used in speeches. Songs are created to be sung during Hate Week and are constantly played on the telescreens. More bombs and explosions are happening. Parsons' children, Parsons is the one that lives in his apartment, so his children are tirelessly playing the hate song. Parsons is working hard to hang posters of a monstrous Eurasian soldier and to string ribbons and other things as he is out over the volunteers. He is over the volunteers to get the street ready. More bombs fall, and the proles become energized and more patriotic. A bomb fell on a building and people protest. A bomb fell on a playground and killed children. People protest and start fires. And then they're burning some of the posters of the soldier and Goldstein. So these posters that Parsons just put out, they're tearing them down and burning them. And they're tearing down posters of Goldstein and they're burning them. Or Goldstein. It's Stein, because I think it's German, but I don't know. The people are proles. I'm not sure, suspects some foreigners of being, I don't know if it was just people or if it was proles. They suspected some foreigners of being involved somehow, and they are burning in the building the couple live in. So they're like, those people are against us. They are the reason we have more bombs. So they set the building on fire, and those people die. So, during all the chaos, Winston and Julia find several times where they can meet in the room for a couple of hours. Everything's going on and blah, blah, blah. So they feel like it's safer to go do their thing in the room with the chaos. Winston thinks on Mr. Charrington, the man that owns the junk or the pawn shop. Winston thinks of him like a ghost. Man hardly goes out and doesn't have a lot of customers. Man does remember bits and pieces of the poem or this poem or that poem, but only a few lines and never the whole thing. Winston thinks on the room. It is a sanctuary for him and Julia. They feel safe inside. Now, getting to and leaving from the room are dangerous. But Winston thinks of being in the room like being in the glass paperweight. He's just in there and he's sealed away from everything. Winston then tells how they fantasize about running away together or disappearing or working in a factory like an unknown prole or in committing suicide together. But they know it's just fantasy. They know the fantasy is just that, nothing more. And they know they won't have their sanctuary much longer. They also fantasize about a rebellion. But no, that's not possible. First, no one could get into Big Brother's quadrant or get into that group to learn his secrets, if he existed. Second, there probably weren't a Goldstein or an underground resistance. Winston told Julia about his belief about O'Brien. And she didn't think it was absurd that he got this random thought that O'Brien gave him a look and all of a sudden O'Brien and he think the same. She didn't think that was absurd. She thought most people hated the party. She also thought that you couldn't overthrow it. You could just rebel with secret disobedience. They talk about other things, including the war. Julia thinks the government is firing rocket bombs at its own people. Winston had never thought of that. He tells her about his job and how he is constantly updating and altering history, and she doesn't care. She doesn't remember anything before the revolution. She doesn't even remember that 4 years ago they had East Asia as an enemy instead of Eurasia. As Winston gets her to remember, she still doesn't care because she thinks it's all made up anyway. Julia thinks you only need to know when to cheer and when to boo, and confesses that the hardest thing He's not bursting out laughing after yelling at Goldstein during the 2-minute hate. And that is the end of part 2, chapter 5. Now you can see in this chapter how Winston is trying to cling to what's real and tries to separate what's real from what's not so he can keep his sanity. Julia, I don't know why that word is in there. Julia thinks it's all bunk. So what does it matter? You'll tell me one thing today, tell me another thing tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's all false. She's doing what she needs to do to survive this world and this environment. Winston, I think, needs some validation that his memories are correct, and he wants validation. So what is he going to think about the war now? Now, to be honest, I myself thought that Big Brother or the government was bombing the people. First, the bomb seemed to happen in the Proles neighborhood. They weren't necessarily against the building of the ministry or anything like that. They were only in the poor people's area. So, the party doesn't care about the poor people. It just uses them as it sees fit. It doesn't keep account of what they do every day. It doesn't worry on them. So bombing them would be no big deal. Now, I'm not sure where they're getting prisoners of war to jail and hang. I haven't figured that out yet. I have kind of thought that maybe they had some prisoners from some war sometime. Or they go and get them. And maybe it's not war, they just go kidnap people or enslave people. And they parade them through the street, but do the people watching the parade really know what every single one of those looks like? Could they parade them through, hang a couple, then take the same group secretly back to wherever they started this parade and parade them through a couple weeks later? Would anybody recognize any of those people? So I have thought that it could be the same people, the same prisoners carried through over and over. I haven't figured that out yet. That was just a thought that kind of went through my head. If they had the same number of hangings as they did the prisoners in those trucks that went past them, then I couldn't think that, right? Because if they killed everyone, then they'd have to go get more new ones. If they didn't kill everyone, they just killed a couple, and they could get those going again. I don't know. Maybe that's a crazy thought, but, government can be very deceptive when they stop doing what the people want or what's best for the people and doing what they want to fill their pocketbooks. They're quite deceptive. Another thought I have is Winston and Julia have an intense physical relationship, but as they're in the room, their sanctuary, and they came together to have this intense relationship. But as they're in the room in their sanctuary, they're learning about each other, and I think at this point in reading that Julia may decide that Winston cares about history too much, and maybe she decides to leave him. I don't know. We'll see, because she's become quite a prominent character. So I don't know, but Winston is so firm on that. I want to remember what was real, what really happened, how it really was. Those kinds of, he's so staunchly wanting that. And with the constant change, he's never going to get that. And then she's just like, I don't care. They're just going to change it. Once I learn it, they're going to change it anyway. I just need to know when to say, yay, 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 or bad, bad, bad. I just need to know when to yell, when to boo, when to do this, when to do that, just so I can survive. I don't care what they say because it's all false anyway. They're bombing their own people. They're changing everything. It's all false. So none of it matters. So, we'll see if she gets tired of Winston, or she can't stand how much he needs to know that. We'll see. So leave a comment on all the chaos going on as they come up to Hate Week. Leave a comment on Mr. Charrington. Do you think he ever goes out of his house? How does he get food? Surely in this setting, they don't deliver things. They're even doing something in New York right now where they don't want free delivery. You're like, okay, that's not good for me. Anyway, so they probably don't deliver things in this setting. Leave a comment on if you could sleep with the telescreen playing the hate song with all the drum beats all night and all day, and then you go out in the hall and the kids are singing it, and it's just like, oh my goodness, you're just inundated with all this stuff. It just goes and goes and goes, and you cannot escape it just to even get sleep. Now, leave a comment on Big Brother or the party making all the posters only for the people to protest things and burn the posters, because the proles they're not protesting the party. The proles aren't protesting the party. They're protesting against the bombing and the enemy. So do you think that the posters were put up there just to kind of incite, like give the proles a visual to put their anger towards, and they counted on them burning it? Because I don't know about burning a government poster, you know. So leave your comments on that. Also, leave a comment on how much more chaos there will be during Hate Week. If there's this much chaos leading up to it, how much chaos is it going to be during Hate Week? I hope you enjoyed parts 2, chapter 5, or chapter V of 1984. Make sure you leave your comments. Feel free to disagree with my thoughts. The first few chapters of this book were hard to read for me, but now we have more story going. Julia is a more intriguing character to me than Winston, but that may be because I have Winston as a contrast. So I like Julia because I don't care for Winston. But maybe if I just had Julia and not Winston, maybe I wouldn't have that affinity for Julia. I don't know. Tell me, what do you think? Remember, reading is good for writers. It helps us to see how other people create their worlds. So read part 2, chapter 6. It's going to be VI. Join me. And that's probably backwards to how you see it on the... Maybe you're supposed to see it that way. Anyway. Join me Friday for Elementals. Join me Tuesday for Jargon and a story with a setting. Join me Wednesday for part 2, chapter 6, 1984. Leave a comment on if you have an idea for a writing prompt or a term you would have me discuss, or your favorite term so far. Excuse me. There are so many words, so many ideas. Our next book club for us to read will most likely be Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And let me. This is the one that I have. You don't have to. Let's see. I can't get all of it in there. So you can see the William Golding, and you can see Lord of the Flies. You don't have to get the same exact copy as I do. Just make sure that your copy doesn't say abridged. If your copy says abridged, then they have condensed the story. So, and don't forget to visit my website, bymckella.com, read some character bios, and send your writings and chapters to writewithmckella@gmail.com. And leave comments on your favorite characters in your books, my books, storybooks, everything. You could leave a comment on, like I just left you a comment I said I like Julia better than Winston. Do you agree with me? Do you like Winston better? Do you like Mr. Parsons? Do you like the children? Which we don't see those very much. But which character do you like? Did you like Syme when he was there and now he's gone? But he was so enthusiastic about his dictionary. He was enthralled. That was our vocabulary word the other day. He was enthralled with the dictionary and recreating it. And so maybe you like Syme. But just leave a comment on your favorite characters. If you hit the like and subscribe and the bell, then we will continue to write together and other people will have a higher chance of finding this video and this channel, since your likes will push the video out to a greater audience. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your participation. If you know someone that would like this video, please share it with them. This is Michaela with Write with Michaela. Bye for now.